So the direct influence of Typhoon Khanun on the southern part of the Korean Peninsula is slowly reducing as it has now moved up to the north. But Typhoon Khanun may not be the last storm of this summer. For more, we're joined by Professor Yoon Jin-ho this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Professor, is it really safe to say we are out of the Typhoon Khanun as of Friday morning?
Well, at 6 a.m. today, the center of this typhoon is southeast of the Pyongyang area. But the important thing is it is now called tropical depression. So it's not that we call typhoon anymore. So the wind has been weakened. So that yesterday around 9 p.m. it was closest to Seoul by about 60 kilometers. The major impact was done in the morning and through the afternoon hours. So the major impact is done, but the people needs to know that we call this as a tailwind, the wind blowing the rear side of the typhoon or the tropical depression. So the wind in the Seoul and then the Gyeonggi area, especially northern part of the Gyeonggi, they are still experiencing a bit of high wind and rainfall. So in the morning of the Friday for sure, and probably in the afternoon and the early evening, there might be some residual effects. So please be cautious about these things.
Sure, it has gotten much weaker, so it's now turned into this tropical depression, you say. Then what about, so you say it's up in Pyongyang, North Korea. It's gotten much weaker. Then when will it actually die out completely?
So that time is sometime later today, like after 3 p.m. was around, we expect about before 6 p.m. So it will pass through the Pyongyang and then keep going, moving northwest. And then eventually it would die somewhere around the ocean areas.
Sure. So we still have a couple of more hours to be cautious and extra careful and be mindful of that storm. Now, Khanun reportedly resulted in the death of one person, like our reporter mentioned earlier, but there were hundreds of reports of damage, such as roofs being blown off. Now, it wasn't as bad as we expected, right? Now, why is that? Is it because it got weaker as it moved up?
It seems to be that way, but along the coastal area of the south coast and the east coast of the Korea, they experience some high wind. So when it landed around the Sachon and Tongyang area, that the wind speed was maximum wind speed was 32 meters per second. But then as it moved to the inland, then that's gradually kind of subsidizing. So that's good. The wind damage was, well, we still have a lot of damages, but it wasn't that bad. I feel pretty lucky. But we see a lot of rainfall, like Sokcho area, Yangyang. They had like 400 millimeters per day. So that's all it's in a way it's record breaking. So that this typhoon is particularly the impact was through the wind, through the rain rather than wind. I think that's what happened.
Right, just because we only had one person, that doesn't mean it didn't leave any major damage, right? Now, can we say we're done with tropical storms like Khanun for this summer then? I mean, or is it too early to say that?
Yeah, it's too early to say. Unfortunately, that the typhoon season just began. So until like October, we have to watch closely. So on average, Korea experiences 1 to 3 typhoons per year and for this typhoon season. So there might be another one coming. So we have to watch more closely on that.
Now, there are speculations and concerns over this Typhoon Lan, right? What's the projected track of this year's 7th Typhoon Lan? Where is it now, and how likely is it that it will hit South Korea like Khanun did?
Typhoon Lan is currently in the Pacific Ocean, around 1,500 kilometers away from Japan. Its path is in the northwest. And then it will likely is projected to land south of Tokyo, so even south to like Osaka area. That's the date is around August 15, 16. So that means next Tuesday or Wednesday. But then after it hit the Japan, and then it would just keep moving toward the East Sea, so it would die down around that area. So luckily, the impact of the Typhoon Lan to Korea is likely minimal. But we never know how this actually happens, so we have to watch it. But for now, as of a forecast right now, it doesn't seem to be a major concern as of yet.
Right, but still, it's good to stay vigilant. All right, thank you so much for your insight this morning. You have a good day.
Thank you.